Picture this. It's a random weeknight. You're half asleep. You stop at a gas station for a drink, you grab a ticket on autopilot, and then you go home and forget about it. Until the next morning, when 6 numbers turn you into a billionaire. And for about 10 seconds, it feels like you just beat life. But then reality hits. Because the money isn't the scary part. The scary part is what happens after everybody finds out. Today on Billionaire Blueprint, we're counting down the 10 biggest lottery winners who went public and what their lives look like now. The glow-ups, the chaos, and the consequences nobody warns you about. And trust me, by the time we hit number 1, you're going to realize the lottery doesn't just change your bank account, it changes your entire ecosystem. Alright, let's get into it. One quick note before we start. The jackpot you see on billboards is usually the annuity, number spread out over decades. Most winners take the lump sum, which is smaller, and then taxes take a chunk after that. So when you hear these massive numbers, just know the real money in your pocket is always less. Still life-changing, just not private island tomorrow for everyone. Number 10, Marie Holmes, the $188 million win that came with drama. Back in February 2015, Marie Holmes, a single mom in North Carolina, hit a Powerball win, tied to a massive jackpot. Her share was advertised at $188 million, and she chose the lump sum option. And here's what makes her story so intense. She didn't just get money, she got attention. The kind of attention that puts a spotlight on your relationships, your promises, your private life, everything. Holmes donated to her church, including a well-publicized gift of $680,000. But over time, her win also became wrapped up in legal disputes and headline-level personal conflict, including a lawsuit filed by her former fiancé years later. Where is she now? She's largely kept a low profile in recent years, and that, honestly, might be the smartest move any jackpot winner can make. Lesson: money doesn't just amplify your lifestyle, it amplifies the people around you, good and bad. Number 9. Brad Duke, the guy who treated the lottery like a business plan. In 2005, Brad Duke won a $220.3 million Powerball jackpot in Idaho. He took the lump sum and, after taxes, reportedly landed around $85 million. And instead of going full supercar and disappearing, he did something rare. He made a plan. Brad openly talked about trying to grow his fortune, investing, being strategic, treating it like a long-term game. And he set up the Duke Family Foundation, which is still active. Where is he now? He's one of the most cited examples of a successful lottery winner, someone who didn't let the win turn into a slow-motion disaster. Lesson: if you can build a system, the money becomes a tool. If you can't, the money becomes a weapon. Number 8. Neil Wanless, the 23-year-old cowboy who bought a 50,000-acre dream. This one feels like a movie. In 2009, Neil Wanless, a 23-year-old from South Dakota, won a $232.1 million Powerball jackpot and took the cash option, reported around $88.5 million after taxes. And what did he do? He didn't buy a mansion in Beverly Hills. He bought a ranch, a huge one. He purchased and built up the Bismarck Trail Ranch, growing it into a serious operation. And years later, the ranch deal made headlines when it sold for around $37 million. Where is he now? He's been described as someone who's stuck with the ranching life, just with way more resources and way more options. Lesson: the lottery doesn't have to replace your identity. It can fund it if you stay grounded. Number 7. Jack Whitaker, the $315 million win that turned into a warning story. If you've ever heard the phrase lottery curse, this is one of the names people bring up. In 2002, Jack Whitaker won a Powerball jackpot worth about $315 million. He was already a successful businessman before he won, but the spotlight that came with the win was intense, and over the years, reports described him dealing with crime, legal issues, and family tragedies after becoming one of the most famous winners in America. Where is he now? Jack Whitaker passed away in June 2020, and here's the part nobody likes to say out loud. Sometimes the money doesn't ruin you. Sometimes the money just puts you in a position where chaos can finally reach you. Lesson: privacy is protection. Publicity is a tax. The patterns so far. Before we hit the top 5, notice what's happening. The winners who suffer the most usually don't lose because they bought a nice house. They lose because of one of 3 things. 1. Everybody found out. 2. They trusted the wrong people. 3. They didn't have a system, so the money became the system. And the winners who do the best They do the opposite. They move quiet, they move slow, they build walls before they build mansions. Now the numbers get even crazier. Number 6. Pearlie Mae Smith, the $429 million family win that turned into a mission. In 2016, Pearlie Mae Smith and her 7 adult children won a $429.6 million Powerball jackpot in New Jersey. And what's wild is how they framed it. They talked openly about faith, family, and purpose, like the money was a responsibility, not a trophy. They took a lump sum reported around $284 million and later created the Smith Family Foundation, focused on improving their community in Trenton. Where are they now? Their foundation has remained part of the public story, and local coverage has shown them continuing community-focused work. Lesson: money feels different when it's tied to a mission. Number 5. Matthew Good, the other half of the record Powerball that vanished quietly. In 2012, a record $587.5 million Powerball jackpot was split between 2 winning tickets. One of those winners was Matthew Good in Arizona. At the time, coverage described him as a 37-year-old who planned to take care of family and pay off debts. And then, after the initial public moment, he largely disappeared from the spotlight. Where is he now? Publicly, not much is known, and that might be the point, because while some winners treat fame like a bonus prize, the smartest ones treat anonymity like a security system. Lesson: disappearing isn't suspicious, it's survival. Number 4. Mark and Cindy Hill, the Missouri couple whose win became a before and after. The other half of that $587.5 million jackpot went to Mark and Cindy Hill in Missouri. They were a working-class couple, suddenly holding one of the biggest lottery wins the country had ever seen at the time. And like most winners, they took the cash option. Where are they now? Mark Hill passed away in March 2019, and the family had requested privacy. And that's a reminder people forget. Even the biggest jackpot on earth can't freeze time. Lesson: the money is powerful, but it's not magic. Number 3. Chung Charlie Saifan, the $1.3 billion win with the most human quote ever. Now we're in the billionaire tier. In April 2024, Oregon announced the winner of a $1.326 billion Powerball jackpot, Chung Charlie Saifan, who came forward publicly alongside his wife Duan Pen and a family, friend Liza Chow. And the detail that made headlines: Saifan had been battling cancer for years. At the press conference, he said something that hit like a brick. How am I going to have time to spend all of this money? They chose the lump sum, with reporting estimating around $422 million after taxes. Where are they now? It's still a recent win, but what's already clear is the money instantly shifted there. Options: healthcare, stability, and the ability to take care of family. Lesson: sometimes the dream isn't luxury, sometimes it's time. Number 2. Yanira Alvarez, the $1.08 billion winner who said nothing, and that was the flex. In July 2023, a Powerball ticket sold in downtown Los Angeles hit $1.08 billion. Months later, the California Lottery announced the winner, Yanira Alvarez. She chose the lump sum option, reported at $558.1 million before federal taxes. And here's the part that feels modern. She declined public comment. No press tour, no viral interviews. No, here's what I'm buying first. Where is she now? Publicly, almost nothing is known beyond the claim. And in the current era of scams, harassment, and internet obsession, that might be the smartest purchase she made. Lesson: silence is a luxury too. Number 1. Theodora Strick, the $1.765 billion win that proved one thing. And now, number 1. In October 2023, a Powerball jackpot climbed into the stratosphere, $1.765 billion, the second largest in US history. In March 2024, the California Lottery revealed Theodora Strick as the representative of the group that claimed it after buying the winning ticket at Midway Market in Fraser Park. And once again, no big public celebration, no long explanation, just a name, a claim, and a massive reminder that when jackpots get this big, it's not just new money, it's new reality. Where is he now? He and the group have kept details minimal, and that's consistent with what we've learned from every story on this list. The bigger the win, the more dangerous it becomes to be loud about it. Lesson: at billionaire levels, privacy isn't optional, it's armor. So what's the real takeaway from these 10 stories? It's not don't play the lottery. It's this: money doesn't automatically give you a better life. Money gives you a louder life. If you already have peace, money can expand it. If you already have chaos, money can supercharge it. And if you could pick your path right now before the numbers are called, would you be the winner who goes public and becomes a headline, or the winner who disappears and becomes untouchable? Drop a comment. Which story shocked you the most? Number 10 through number 1. And if you want more deep dives into money, power, and the lives behind the headlines, make sure you're subscribed to Billionaire Blueprint, because the real blueprint isn't just getting rich. It's staying